Hey, group over there. Steve from the Bottle Top Shop. Just going to talk about some old car experiences I had back in the day. Rambler, 69 Rambler, and the 1959 Triumph tr3. The Triumph was a cool car. My dad bought it at an auction at Hale's Farm in Ohio. I think he paid $450 for it. The car still exists. It's at my brother-in-law's, and we haven't spoke in years since my sister passed on. But way back in the day, I drove the car to work. Um, it was my mother's car at the time, and I was working for the city of North Royalton in the graveyard, cutting grass and digging graves. Cool thing for a kid to do. So lunch came around, and my buddy who lived on State Road, the graveyard was on Route 82. I decided to go over Jim Zowie's house, and I think we burned one, maybe. Who knows? So we're putzing down State Road and get pulled over by a North Royalton cop. Don't have a driver's license. I don't think either of us did. Car gets towed, and I don't remember how we got off a state road, but I know Sal Catania came and picked me up eventually, and uh, we went to drive by the impound lot, and the car was sitting out front. This was on Route 82 and State Road in North Royalton. So I said, Sal, take me home. And I want to get the key to the car, and I'm going to steal the car back from the impound lot. So he takes me home, get the key. We come back. I jump in the car. The key's in it. Wasted trip. That's okay. So I fire the car up, get out of there, hightail it home. About 15 minutes later, there's a knock on the door, and I put the car in the garage and closed the door. And the police were there, and they said, "Hey, open the garage door up." And I didn't know the laws at the time. I guess legally they probably couldn't, or maybe they could have. I don't know. So anyway, I refused to open the garage door up, and they said, "Hey, look, you either open the door, and we're taking the car, or we're taking you." And I let them take me. While I was in the jail house, the police station, they patted me down, and I think I had a little something on me, and I think the cop knew it, and he just kind of passed it by, and that entertained me while I was in jail till my aunt Jean Manista got me out. Rest in peace, Aunt Jean. I was going to talk about the 69 Rambler. I bought it from a guy in North Royalton, Ohio, Danny Stedoronsky. He was a really good artist. I mean, right up there with the Frank Azera guy. So anyway, he had the 69 Rambler, two-door, for $25. And I went over there and I bought the car. He said, "Well, you should probably tow it out of here because the brakes are scraping, needs brakes on it." I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. I'm just going to take the car home, wink, wink. So, 6 months later, I'm still driving the car. All four brakes are scraping. I was on an I-71 and picked up a hitchhiker. Yeah, people don't do that much nowadays. He gets in the car and he goes, "Is it safe?" And I'm like, "I don't know, you want to walk?" He's like, "Nah." He was hesitant at the time. Me and Jeff Nestor in this car, we're going down Albion Road, and because of the brakes were so bad in the car, a deer runs out in front of us, and we had been drinking, so there's beer and chips and dip. And so the deer runs in front of the car, and I smack the brakes, and the car steering wheel just goes like this, and we go into this ditch. It's probably, I don't know, a couple feet deep. Anyway, we end up on the other side in some field, and there's chips and beer and stuff everywhere. So finally, I come out of it. What the hell? And start the car. The car died. Start the car back up, and now I'm driving on the other side of the road because I can't find a way to cross over to this ditch. Finally, we found a driveway and got across. Car was dead, sitting in the driveway, and a buddy of mine, Sal Catania, had a '67 Grand Prix convertible, red with a white top. The Rambler was green, by the way. So the Rambler was in the middle of the driveway, and it was just turn around kind of thing. And I was like, "Hey Sal, push the car over some." So he gets in, and trying to push the car, and it ain't moving. I'm like, "Well, back up and give it some hell," And then he gave it a little more better of a push. And I'm like, "Here, let me do it." At ramming speed, and so I moved the car over a couple feet that way. Um, its untimely demise was a brick on the gas pedal, and I believe the fire department came. Cars were stopping in the street. The thing ran for about 15 minutes. They made it shut it off, and it never would start again. Well, those are a couple of my car stories, and I hope people out there enjoy them. And you have a nice night. And this is Steve from the Bubble Top Shop signing off.